Hi, welcome to the Zarious Tarot. My name is Drea. I'm doing a weekly reading for the 3rd to the 7th of June. Doing a weekly reading for the 3rd to the 7th of June. So let's get going with the weekly reading. So it's normally 5 cards initially from Monday to Friday. And then we have some cards to go along with the energies of those particular days. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, please do like, subscribe and share. If this is your first time visiting my channel, then welcome. And if it is not, then hey, how you doing? Welcome back. And if you like a private reading, my details are in the description box below. And this is a general reading. It will not resonate with everybody. If this is not your story, please do not try to make it fit. And if it resonates with you, that is fantastic. Okay, so on Monday, we have the King of Wands. Tuesday, we have the 9 of Cups. Wednesday, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Thursday, we have the 4 of Pentacles. And Friday, we have the Star. Okay. So initially for the week, I'd say Monday could be a fire sign you're dealing with, particularly a Leo, could be Aries or Sagittarius. For Monday, there's action being taken. There's a lot of action being taken on Monday. There's some form of action, excitement, and creativity going on Monday. Monday is going to be a very, very busy, very, very hustle and bustle type of day. Because also underneath that we do have the Knight of Wands, so we can't take that in. We have to take that into consideration. Tuesday, you have the Wish card. Your wish is coming true, the 9 of Cups. And so Tuesday, after Monday, all that action on Monday, I think that Tuesday then produces what you have been working towards on Monday. Then obviously there's the Death card, so something comes to an end. There's a change, there's some death and a rebirth of something on Tuesday, or a death and a rebirth to do with, wow, we've got the King and Queen of Wands on Monday, and the Knight of Wands. Interesting. On Monday, there's a lot going on in terms of just keep falling down. So there's a rebirth, a realization of a wish and a rebirth on Tuesday. On Wednesday, you have the 5 of Pentacles and so initially on Wednesday, the initial feeling is a feeling of needed nurturing, a feeling of perhaps being left out of a particular situation. But what I will say to that is that on Thursday you have the 4 of Pentacles. So the numbers are going down. So in terms of feeling of lack, or feeling feeling of lack, really, or feeling left out in the cold, or feeling in need of nurturing, by Thursday you start off your day feeling more like you are able to hold on to something, more like you are able to hold on to something, able to hold on to either your finances or some form of employment, perhaps could be a job, or some form of abundance in some way, or education. Okay, so I'm shuffling because I'm taking out the extra energies. So, okay, so then what I'll do now is go through with the second row of cards. So then on Monday you have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Death card. So the Knight of Wands, we have the Death card on Tuesday. So if you follow me, guys, I'm going this way with the readings. Going this way. I think it makes more sense for me to read them that way. Okay, so the Knight of Wands and the Death card. So there is a message here of action and creativity. I told you Monday is a hustle and bustle day. Monday is a very, very busy day. Monday you're going to be involved in a lot. And something about that changes. Something about that changes on Monday. Because you have a Tuesday, because you have a death and rebirth. So where there's a lot of action, maybe this is a lot of energy going towards a particular situation, and then all of a sudden there's a stop. Okay, and then there's a leaving behind of an emotional situation. They're going towards love, or keeping your emotions, or actually this could be keeping your emotions to yourself, because we have the Four of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So interesting. So for the week, so Monday you've got your busy day, yeah, action, Knight of Wands, blah blah blah. So then you have your Tuesday, you have the Death card, so there's an end to something, a rebirth of something else. Wednesday you have the Eight of Cups, so you're leaving behind an emotional situation. And then Thursday you have the King of Cups, which could actually be you holding on to your emotions, because something's come to an end. You're holding on to your emotions because you're worried about a particular outcome, I would say. So then back to Monday, the hustle and bustle, busy, busy day. And then you have the Hermit. So after the Queen of Wands, which is like, you know, the life of the party, the lady who is all smiles, charismatic, and likes the spotlight. You then have the Hermit, which is almost the complete opposite of the Queen of Wands on Tuesday. So, you know, something drastically changes. You realise on Monday that all this work and energy that you're putting into something brings you your wish. But then you stop and reflect, and you put an end to this betrayal on Tuesday. You know, which is good in a way, which is good. And the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So it's definitely, there's definitely a rebirth in terms of this Hermit energy, and it transforming into something else. But then again on Wednesday you are feeling like left out in the cold, leaving a situation behind, leaving a situation behind that you've invested in, but you're in two minds. You're thinking about it, you're not sure about what's going to be, what you should do in this particular outcome. But trust your heart and trust the decision that you make will be the right one for you, because there is happiness to come out of this. And so, okay, so what we have here is that there is happiness to come out of it. Then Thursday we have the King of Cups. So yeah, well, we have the Four of Pentacles. So after Wednesday, where you feel like you're in two minds, but there is something good that will come out of it. Then, as I said, you move from the 5 to the 4, which is good, so that you have you're feeling better about the situation. So with the King of Cups there, it's more like an emotional situation. You're feeling emotional, but you are keeping your feelings to yourself. You're worried about an outcome of something to do with work, I think. It could be because I think that this situation is to do with work. I feel that this situation is to do with you're putting your energy into some form of work, but then by Friday you have the star, so you're in alignment. By Friday you are aligned. You're able to give a gift, or a gift comes to you, a mystery gift, because we have the moon, and then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is also a messenger, but the page also brings you a gift of abundance in some way. So Friday, I don't know, you could actually, Friday could be payday for you, or you could have some money coming in, some unexpected unknown amount of money coming in. You know, but you have the star, you know, and then the Five of Swords. So maybe it's less money than you expected, but you're in your head about some form of conflict, or somebody is speaking to you harshly. There's some harsh verbal conflicts that's gone back and forth on Friday. Or this could be just you having negative thoughts because, or being conflicted mentally because the money that's come to you may not be what you expected it to be on Friday for some of you. So this situation here, I can kind of see that you're putting in all this work. You've taken on all this extra work, even though it's a wish come true. It's something that you wanted to do. It's a wish come true. You've taken on extra work, but then somehow there's been betrayal and there's been some burdens, and I think it's because of, or some thought sets in where you're like, okay, am I doing this for the right reasons? All this effort that I'm putting in, is it going to pay off? So then on Wednesday, you're thinking to yourself, oh, well, I don't know now, if I've done all of this, if this person has taken me for granted or got me all worked up to do the job for them so that they don't have to do the work. You've invested, you're thinking about moving away because you put your heart and your soul into this project. Whatever it is, you put your heart and soul into it. And now you're in two minds whether to walk away and leave it because you've invested so much. Because Monday, it's been really, you put a lot into it. The Knight of Pentacles, I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is like a mini emperor in a way. A very mini emperor. But a mini emperor in terms of being grounded, being methodical with their movements, contemplating and, you know, weighing up the differences before they make any kind of moves. That's the Knight of Pentacles. So you've been very methodical. You've been very action orientated. Perhaps maybe, yeah, well, you do think about it afterwards, but I think when you think about it, you know, it changes. So then you're in two minds anyway about this situation. But good could come from it because, look, you have the Sun. So good could come from it. It may not. So don't let your thoughts, again, don't let your thoughts sway the situation. And by Thursday, you're feeling a bit better. You're saying, okay, all right, it might not be as bad as I think. I'll keep a little of myself. I won't work my heart and soul out. But now you're worried about the outcome and if it's going to be more work or if it's going to pay off. But then Friday, you have total and complete alignment. So hope and, you know, so, and if something does pay off, it does pay off. But you're conflicted mentally. So let's just do an overall energy, because these this with the other deck, because we need to see what happens with this Five of Swords on Friday, because you have conflict. You're mentally conflicted. Something pays off, and maybe it doesn't pay off as much as you think it's going to. You know, the money doesn't come in as much as you think it's going to come in. So for Monday, there's Five of Cups. There's loss and despair as a general overall energy for Monday. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Tuesday, Hangman. Wednesday, Eight of Cups again. Here's the Emperor. Thursday. So it could be a boss. And Knight of Pentacles again. So there's some work here. Okay, so yeah, you're worried. Okay, So as I said, you know, you're doing all this work and you're feeling, then something sets in where you feel like, okay, have I been taken advantage of here? Has somebody betrayed me in some way and got me to do all this work, and I don't have to do it, or they don't have to do any work because I'm doing it all? Then there's, you know, because on Tuesday you've got the Nine of Cups, where your wish is coming true. Maybe it's a job that you've wished for, it's something you wanted to do. What I will say is that anytime you're in a situation, but this is actually something, you know, that somebody asks you to do something, but this is something actually that you've wanted to do, don't let thoughts creep into your head, doubts creep into your head and say, oh, well, you know, what am I doing this for? Because if it's something you've wanted to do, then that's something that resonates and resides within you. You're in alignment with that. If it's something you regret doing, it's something you weren't in alignment with in the first place. And for me, we've got the Nine of Cups, this is definitely something that you are in alignment with. On, you know, this is because, and then you have the Star on Friday, so this is something you're in alignment with. This is something you wanted to do, but you're feeling burdened by it. Maybe you didn't realize there was so much work, but then you're also learning there's something good to get out of this. And then on Wednesday, obviously, you have the Eight of Cups, so you're thinking really strongly. You're thinking about leaving this situation, you know, giving up already. But then you keep it to yourself, and then you worry about an outcome. You know, you worry about a cycle to do with work. And the overall energy here is the Emperor. So this is to do with your boss. You're worried about what your boss is going to say, what your boss is going to think if you give up, how they're going to perceive you, how they're going to look at you. And then you have the Five of Swords. I understand now that it does pay off, but maybe not as much as you think it does. But then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is to kind of keep plodding on with your movements. Keep plodding on. Keep plodding on, and things will get better. It won't stay like that. You've just got to remain focused. You've just got to remain diligent and positive. So remain focused, diligent and positive, I would say. I'm going to put that in case I forget. Okay, so let's see what the Oracle deck has to say, or Oracle advice the Oracle deck has for you. So the first card out is Devotion to the Small, and this makes perfect sense to me. Devotion to the small is paying attention to detail, and blooming from what would appear to be kind of obscurity, kind of this, because that's what I said on Monday, there's a lot of action here. So you're putting your energy into a project, and this is what Devotion to the Small is about. From humble beginnings. There we go. I was trying to find a phrase to just, from humble beginnings. You know, from tiny acorns grow mighty oaks. So this is what this is about. Devotion to the small. You start small, but every single contribution you make to this project grows and grows and grows. So remain focused, remain diligent, and remain positive. And then we have Ancient Ones. And then we have Drop into Your Heart. So let's just read the Ancient Ones, which is 52. And it says, you have taken a leap in personal growth. If you are still testing it in the physical world, trying to translate your inner changes into outer experiences, take heed. It's only a matter of time before you see reflected back to you in your physical world what you have become within. And you will see it mirrored back to you in the eyes of those around you and in sacred relationships too. And then we have 68. So that goes along with devotion to the small, that all this work that you're putting in will pay off. You're going to see the fruits of your labor. 68. Remain focused, diligent, and positive. Drop into the heart, and it says, the divine would like you to offer whatever is bringing your heart trouble, or of course joy. The divine would like to receive this from you as a gift, that it may return to you in some special blessing. Place your hands at your heart, and in genuine reflection, perhaps you may choose to offer your heart burden or light now. Either will be joyfully received by the divine, and you shall be graced with a gift in return. So that in itself explains a lot. Okay, so we're going to do the other. Look at that. We have the death card, and then we have birth. So death and rebirth. There is some form of change and transformation which has to take place at some point this week. It may not be Tuesday, and that change and transformation causes you to go within. And you have the Sun card, you have the happiest card in the deck, and you could end up, it could be that you're your own boss. For some of you, it could be that you're your own boss, and you're actually worried about putting energy and effort, and is it really going to pay off? But it is going to pay off. It is going to pay off. But you've just got to keep plodding on, like this Knight of Pentacles. You've just got to keep going, keep going, keep going. We all have doubt, but just keep going. So we have birth, and it says, a spark of creativity, an inspired idea, seed strikes fertile soil, and something beautiful is born. This card represents the birth of something new. It may be a new relationship, job, or project. It may be a completely new way of looking at life. It also is the start of an abundant phase in your life. Previously hidden talents emerge during this time. Following your intuition and inner guidance creates abundance on all levels. And this is exactly what I'm saying about you showing the best of yourself. By putting all of this energy in, you're showing the best of yourself. This is something that you've wanted to do. And so this doubt that pops in around Wednesday and Thursday, the doubt or worry that pops in around Wednesday and Thursday, try not to let that overcome your week. Try not to let that take over your week, because you really do have whatever it is that you've got going on is great. So we have trilogy of life. Be aware that the wheel is set in motion. An abstract idea that you have had floating around in your subconscious is about to surface in your conscious mind. Pay attention to new ideas over the coming days. One of these ideas is the seed to the beginning of something completely new. So again, trilogy of light and birth goes with something brand new. And in this in this week, there's something brand new that's taking place. There is a rebirth, there is a change, there is a possible promotion for those of you who are in a job. For those of you who are working for yourself, you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor. Something that you're putting in, you're going to start to see something coming back. For others of you, if this is education, if this is study, and you're wondering, you know, that you've done all this energy, maybe you've handed in an assignment, or maybe you're coming to the end, coming towards your graduation, you're worried about if you've done well enough, if you're good enough, you know. So there's a lot going on here, but I think that the main focus is, the main energy is to remain focused, diligent, and remain positive, because you will see the fruits of your labor. You will see the fruits of your labor. I think I should add that to the title. So ask your question. Ask your question, and the angels will give you an answer. Ask your question, and the angels will give you an answer. Ask your question, and the angels will give you an answer. Ask your question, and the angels will give you an answer. Ask your question. Yeah, one more. The angels will give you an answer. Okay, so first card out is forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Forgive yourself for feeling like maybe you didn't make the right decision. Be assertive. I just saw 2442, and we have big happy changes. So that is all I have for you. I hope you found this reading useful. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, please do like, subscribe and share. And this is a general reading, may not resonate with everybody. And if you would like a private reading, my details are in the description box below. Have a wonderful week. Mwah. Many blessings to you. See you again soon.